everyone!
Welcome back to our channel, Better
Better
Together.
Together.
How are you doing, babe?
I'm great. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Babe.
Yeah.
So this we're gonna be talking about being 30 and feeling lost. If you would have said to me at 19 that I would be single, living in a foreign country, away from family, no kids, not having my own home and stuff like that, I would have said to you, you're insane.
Yeah.
If like I had my life
Plan.
completely figured out and I was on the path and I was like, I did all the things. I did the bachelor's degree to get into the job I wanted. I did all of it, and I had plans to come to China for a year and then go back to my country, and then a lot of stuff happened and I couldn't go back. A whole pandemic happened and I couldn't go back to pick up the job that I wanted in my country. And it's, if I blink and it's 5 years and I'm in China
Still
single.
And the planet's nowhere.
And the plan is completely derailed. I have new plans and new dreams now, and if you had said to me when I was 19 that this is the path that I would be on and this is where I would be, I would tell you you're absolutely crazy. And so it can be quite daunting to be 30 and not seeing the things you desire for yourself manifesting. It is quite daunting. And so
definitely scary.
One of the things we've talked about feeling lost is being single with not even a potential
a prospect
on the horizon, and how are you feeling with being single and not seeing anything?
Well, navigating that, and even more here in China, it has been challenging. And to be honest, it is quite hard, even more for women here in China, like foreign girls.
China's a tough dating scene for foreigners.
Yeah, because I don't know, some guys, like Chinese guys, they are afraid to approach foreign girls, or the foreign guys that are here, they are enjoying.
And
they're enjoying life and not getting attached to anything. And to be honest, it has been quite a while since the last time I had a date, not months but years. So it is quite scary and a little bit sad, because it's not like I am running away from a relationship, but I do want a relationship. I want a love story.
And you're putting yourself out there.
And we've tried to put ourselves out there. It's not like we are just sitting here in our living room and doing nothing. And sometimes it's a little bit sad to see that, hey, God, I'm putting myself out there. Where is my partner? So, but or at least, on my side, how I am holding to hope, it's to know that God has a plan, and sometimes we have our own plans, and as you said at the beginning, that you had your life figured out, but hey, life had other plans, and God has other plans for us. And holding on to the fact that His plan is better than ours.
Than our plans,
So that is how I am, finding peace, because it is quite scary.
And for me, at first, I believe that any desire that you have, we should lay it at the feet of Jesus. Leave your desire there, and He is faithful enough to to allow those desires to come to pass if it's in accordance with His will for your life. And I've completely submitted that to God. He's a faithful Father. There's a scripture in Luke that says, if our fathers, our evil fathers, earthly fathers, know what good gifts to give unto us, how much more our Heavenly Father. So that is how I am dealing with it as well. I'm just praying. I'm like, God, you see that I have this desire. It's an honorable desire. I want to get married. I want to have children. But after putting myself out there, traveling to other places, different countries, and nothing. Still single. What can I do? I refuse to lose my mind over it. And I also refuse to be told that it's not a big deal.
It is a big deal.
I refuse to be told that so what if you're not married? So what if you don't have kids?
What is your desire? We shouldn't feel guilty, because nowadays I think feminism is kind of saying like, oh, it's okay to be single, and it's okay if that's what you want, but hey,
we shouldn't be judged.
Yeah, we shouldn't be judged
in those things.
And it's what we desire.
Yeah, we've been talking to girls that are in their mid-30s that are saying, I don't even see myself getting married. That is fine if that is what you want, but I refuse to be judged by, why are you chasing this? I won't. It's my desire. Yeah, it's my desire. And even though another way that I am navigating being single right now is our friendship.
Yes.
I always say that people who are married, who have families, like a solid, beautiful family and beautiful friendships, they are
blessed.
The most blessed people, aside from having God. Like having family and friends that love and support you and are there for you, that is such a blessing. Like, people lose their minds, don't know what to do when they don't have a real support system. And we've seen how many people in China that have fallen into depression, how many foreigners have fallen into depression and questioning what is the purpose
am I doing
of their lives, because they don't have genuine connections here. And it is so hard to find genuine connection
and a good one
in China, where like we all feel it's temporary, because we can never be citizen here in China. We're not going to settle here, and so we kind of all know it's temporary, so no one take the time to invest in like real friendships. And when I prayed for a friend and I met you, I think it was the biggest blessing like of my since being in China. It has been such a rock, this friendship, and such a support. I have navigated so many difficult things in China, and I can't.
I wouldn't, same with me. Like, I wouldn't know what would be of me if we weren't together and if we weren't supporting each other. And I think right now we are even like happy and with so much hope about the future, because we pour so much good energy and we support our dreams and we don't take them down. It's like, oh, you have this desire, you can make it possible, like
it's going to happen. I'm going to pray for you. Like, we pray for each other, we encourage each other. Sometimes, there was a day when you became very emotional about this, about not seeing anything. Like, we were at work and you just started crying, and I've never.
Can I tell you? Okay, because the night before, and sometimes I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but the night before, it was one of those nights when I went to bed and I was like, I am craving to cuddle with my partner, and I was praying to God, like, hey God, I am here waiting, and I was praying as well for like future husband. Tonight is one of those nights where I am missing you. So next day I was quite sensitive about the whole situation, and it is scary. It is very scary, but
and I just remember just encouraging you, like, hey, it's gonna happen for you. It's going to, God has a plan. There is, we just encourage each other when one of us is going through it. And it's always good that we never go through it at the same time. Like when I am down.
We can hold each other.
When I am down, you're there. When I am up, you're down. It's like that. And so I see God in this friendship, actually. I see God taking us through this period of singlehood and navigating this. God is in this because I see him in you, how you encourage me when I feel hopeless. You're the one like pouring hope into me and saying, Sabrina, you're beautiful. It is possible for you. Why do you think you cannot have this? Why not you? Why? You pour into me so much, and I do the same for you. And so I feel like God sent us in each other's life.
Such a blessing.
To navigate this season. Yeah. And also not knowing what's next.
It is scary, and we've
one of the reasons why we feel lost.
Yeah, because as you said before, like, we know that China is temporary, and the thing is, like, here in China, life is great. Like, security compared to our financially security, it's so easy. But citizenship can't be
Yeah.
achieved, or even if you get like married here with a local, you have to renew it every year or something. Like, it is not easy that you will get just a green
Yeah.
card and you can bring your family or something. So
Yeah.
we know that this is temporary, but then what? Like,
Yeah, I
what
know.
is going to be the next step? It's
Yeah.
also quite scary. And related to that, I want to share something that my brother asked me not long ago. Like, hey Anna, he's my little brother. He's very tall, but he's younger than me. He saw me and he said that, oh, how did you find your way? You have everything figured out.
Oh.
And I was honest with him, and I said, like, hey, to be honest, it's not like I have things figured out. Like, I saw opportunities and I took them, and they have taken me where I am right now. And like, thank God, they are good opportunities. And I was smart enough to grab onto them and navigate them.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it's not like I figured it out, or when I was back in my country, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna end up in China,
yeah.
for 5 years. You said it, and most foreigners come here just for 1 year, but
Yeah.
then like, look at us here 5
5
years
years
later,
later, yeah.
and it is quite scary. And sometimes we might see people online and say like, wow, look at them, they have everything figured out, they are living their best life. But if you truly ask them, it's like, actually, I'm going with the flow and taking the opportunities, the right opportunities,
when they
and
come.
when they come, and it looks like we have things figured out, but it might not be like that.
When I feel lost right now and I think, oh man, what's the next step? I don't know what to do. I just remember when I was younger and when I finished college and I wasn't getting the jobs in the time when I wanted them. And I was like, I don't even know what to do right now. I remember that this opportunity to come to China came up, and I came here, and I look back at this opportunity with so much gratitude because it has allowed me to accomplish so many things in my life. It has allowed me to even take care of my family and to be such a support to my family. And I just think, man, if God made a way for me then,
Yeah,
there is no difference now. Like, just as how I figured out the path 5 years ago, I will figure it out. You know, it's just that we're just looking for what's next now because our time here is almost coming to an end.
Yeah.
And God is faithful to take us through the next season of our lives, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, I just find hope in, like, I figured it out 5 years ago and things worked out and I was so grateful. And I just know that in the next 5 years, when I look back at my life, being single, being in China, I will say I am so grateful that I was single for those years. Because even now, us being single, right? And discovering love.
Through friendship.
Through friendship, I told you that I prayed to God, like, teach me how to love. It was in a friendship, and I didn't imagine that it would be through a friendship. And we've talked about it, like this season of singleness that we're navigating, how it's changing us and healing us.
Yeah, healing us to prepare us for whatever comes next. And I think that is, sometimes we don't see that the moment, our present moment, is an answered prayer that we pray when we were, who knows, like 4 years ago or 3 years ago. This is an answered prayer. Like, I wanted to find a way to provide or for my family as well as I've been able to help them. And right now we are asking for what's next. And hey, like, this is an answered prayer where we are right now. We will find our answers in the future. And we sometimes, as scary as it is, I think we should hold into hope and to know that God's plans are better than our plans. So
I heard something about God's plan. It's not that everything is all a part of God's plan, but that God has a plan. You know, because if you say everything is a part of God's plan, then you're saying
even the pain,
the pain, the bad things you did. That, because sometimes we also, like, God shows us, like, walk away from that, walk away from it, and you're like, no, I will jump in the fire. You jump in the fire, you get burned, and then you're like, oh, it's a part of God's plan. No, you were
Yeah.
disobedient.
Yeah.
But God has a plan, even when it's like, babe, the way we are seeing darkness when it comes to like what is next,
Yeah.
we shouldn't even be this peaceful about it.
To be honest, like just like one step and just free fall.
Because like the thing about it is, if we want to be vulnerable, we're not coming from countries where it is easy to make a life there as a young person. It's not easy. So like someone might say, go back to your country then. Like someone might watch and say,
Yeah.
then go back to your country, you can't find love in China. But there is a reason why we're
left
still
in
here.
why we left in the first place.
So
Yeah.
it's not like, oh, we can just go back whenever, you know.
Or that we have read of support waiting there for us.
Yeah, someone's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, we're gonna support you and do all of this, or we have a job waiting for us. We don't know, you know. And so it's kind of like hopeless. Like it's not time for me to go back to my country. I'm stuck in a country that can never be my home, and I don't know what's next. So we're like in the middle, and we're just seeing walls.
Yeah.
It's just like walls in front of us, walls behind us. We don't know what's next. We don't know, you know.
Yeah.
And it is our faith that is keeping us like sane.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be this peaceful.
No.
And like you were saying to me, a lot of people, they lose their minds because they have.
Yes. The way we find our peace is through giving our burdens to God, and that gives us hope for the future, you know, and we believe that miracles can happen and doors can be open even though we're not even knocking on them. So yeah, like
it doesn't, and the beauty is that it won't always be this way, you know.
Yeah.
And so another way we handle being lost or feeling lost at 30 is gratitude.
Oh yeah, being grateful for what we have right now. We pray one day for these, and here we are.
And
For the little things as well. Oh.
Yeah, looking over our lives and being like, I am so grateful for all that we have. So many things are happening in the world. So many children are homeless, being bombed right now, and we have so much to be grateful for. But that doesn't take away from the desires that we have, you know.
Yeah, and the wishes.
Yeah.
I wish I could have like a book or something where, oh, okay, this is what's coming next.
Yeah.
I am prepared. But you know what? Like, not knowing shouldn't stop us of not getting ready for whatever comes next.
That's
you know?
a beautiful way. We're also preparing.
And yeah, we're taking action to, hey, I am getting ready for like to be a wife. I am getting ready for my future, like taking care of my body.
For example, you said like you want a husband that is fit and go to gym, and you're a gym girly. You know?
Yeah.
And we've talked about that. Like I remember when we had the talk, and you were like, I don't think I'm ready for my partner. Like I'm not going to the gym. I'm not doing the things that I want him to be. And you took action. Yeah. We both took action to be the woman of the partners that we're asking God for.
Yeah.
So that is another way where you can take your time being single, feeling like I don't know what's next, to prepare for the things that you're praying for.
Yeah. I think someone said like, hey, being single is such a gift because it gives you time. We're also healing a lot of our internal turmoils and like getting to know ourselves better. What are our triggers? And we couldn't do this in a relationship. Sometimes there are things that can be healed through a romantic relationship, but some other things, some traumas need to be healed on our own, so we don't carry them to our next or our future relationship. And this single time, it's such a blessing to realize like, hey, you know what, I'm not there yet. I'm not the best version of myself. This is also how this channel came to be, like, because to be better together, we're trying to be better together
for the next step.
So that also gives us hope, and like, you know what, like, I don't know what is going to happen in the future, but I'm gonna get ready. I don't know what I'm preparing myself for, but let me get ready. Let me work out, let me eat better, let me heal my traumas, let me hope for the best. And that is Because if we use all our energy into going down rabbit holes and I don't know what is going to happen and go down with anxiety, like don't do that to yourself. Just use this energy and this moment to build.
Yeah. And so if you're watching this and you're feeling lost and you're over 30 like us, we're
29.
We're 29, but we'll be 30 in months.
Yeah, 2025 already.
Yeah, but if you're feeling lost, you're not the only one, you know.
Yeah.
You are not the only one feeling lost. Our encouragement to you, as has been to ourselves, is to keep the faith, surrender it to God, prepare yourself for what you're asking for, and have the faith that it will come to you, even when it looks dark.
Sunnier days are coming.
Yeah, it looks dark right now, but we are believing that one day you will have a family.
Oh yeah.
I will have a family.
Can't wait to share Christmas with our family
Yes.
together.
So
and you know what? Sometimes like we know we're not the only ones because we see it a lot. Like we have talked with girls around us that are in the same position as us. And hey, if you're younger, then don't be afraid of the future. You will figure it out as we have been able to figure it out, and something always happens, and hope for the best.
And this is not the side of I was lost and then I figured out. This is the side of we're still feeling lost. You know,
and we're still figuring it out.
Yeah, there is a perspective that I was lost and I had faith and it all worked out. We're telling you right now, we are in it. We don't know what's next. Our future is looking dark, but we are having faith that it will work out.
Do you know what I just had?
Yeah.
A feeling of?
What?
To see this video in a few years and say like, look, we had, at that moment we had so many questions and look at us now, I don't know, like 2, 3, 5, 10 years later and with the answers of all of these questions.
Yeah, so you might see a lot of people on social media saying, oh, have faith, I was there with you and this all happened.
I have all the answers
no,
now.
We don't.
No, we don't.
We're saying we're still here. We don't know what's next. And all we have is pure hope and faith and a solid friendship.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So we wish you the best as well and to have hope with us. And let's be better together.
Until next time.
Bye. That was
so
cute.